Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power of you controlling your breathing. That power that's available to you all the time, wherever you are in life. That power to reconnect to your greatest gift right now. Your presence, your being. Your infinitely intelligent being. The same stuff we're all made of. And with that stuff that we're made of, we can control the most powerful supercomputer in the universe. Your mind. But only you can do it. Only you can control your own mind. So let's do that right now, and let's see the future. Today, our time together, let's see ourselves doing the best we can on every single exercise and stretch. For this is not only the gym that we have available to us right now, in this space wherever we are, but it is also the gym of life, where we grow our minds all the time. Good morning, determination. How is everyone doing today? Another great day, wherever we are. Today for myself, I'm indoors. Maybe you yourself are indoors as well too. Wherever you are, let's go. Let's make this the best gym period we've ever had. It may not be exactly where we want to be. We may not be in school or at work where we really want to be, but wherever we are right now, let's do this to the best of our ability. Here we go, determination, here we go. When I say go, we're going to start jogging on the spot for 1 minute. Ready, and go. And as always, we're thinking about our breathing, focused on our breathing. Feeling that power of us always being able to control our breath. Even when our heart starts beating faster, whether it's through exercise, whether it's through something stressful, something maybe we might be afraid of or we don't like, we get to control our breathing. The same way we get to control our thoughts. And our thoughts affect our feelings. So if we can control our thoughts, we can control our feelings. Almost there, everyone, almost there. Keep going. Keep going, determination, keep going. And stop. All right. You can walk on the spot, or you can walk side to side as you recover your breathing. Always feeling that power of you controlling your breathing. This is the best. What we have right now, wherever you are, you've got your mind and your body in the gym of life. And you get to be your best right now on whatever stretches, exercises we're about to do together. Here we go. Here we go, determination. That's why I love gym. Gym is the best. Grow your mind in the gym of life. Here we go. Let's do 10 shoulder rolls forward. Ready, everyone? Here we go. The best 10 shoulder rolls forward ever. Still controlling our breathing. Shoulders all the way up and around as high as we can towards our ears. And backwards. Again, feel the power of you controlling your body right now. In these simple movements, simple motions, you get to control your body. The way you control your mind, same way. Alright, and let's do arm circles forward, everyone. Arm circles forward, 10 big ones forward. Feeling the joy of our arms moving through space. Alright, and backwards. Excellent. Alright, everyone, let's put our hands on our hips, bend the knees, and side stretch. There we go. 5 on each side. Alright, and let's twist our bodies. Here we go. Feet flat on the floor. 5 on each side. Really thinking about what we're doing. Really trying to feel every part of our body as it's moving in space. Alright, good. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups together. Here we go. 5 push-ups. Best 5 push-ups. Again, if you got to keep your knees on the ground, that's okay. Just do your best, always. And 5 sit-ups. Excellent. And standing up. 5 squats. Here we go. Body straight ahead, looking straight ahead. All the way down. All the way up. Alright. Let's do 3 lunges on each side. Here we go. Arms out. Still controlling our breathing. Alright, and let's do 10-second plank. Belly's knees off the ground. Again, feeling the joy of you pushing your body a little bit outside its comfort zone. Because you know that's where the growth is. Alright, everyone, and standing up. Reach for the ceiling on your toes. Or the sky if you're outdoors. Today I happen to be indoors. If you're outdoors, reach for that sky. If you're indoors, reaching for that ceiling. We may not touch it yet, or ever, but we're going to reach, we're going to strive. Just like we do in life, no matter what. Okay, now reach for your toes. Again, it's okay if you don't touch your toes, but keep your knees straight. Reaching for your toes. Feeling the pull in the back of your leg. Not the pain, just a little bit of a pull. Alright, come on up. And let's balance. Grab one leg.
Feel the magic in the air. Magic System, Red One, Shawty. Comme d'habitude on est calé. Comme toujours ça va aller. pas seulement pour les bobos. Nous on vient dans nos mambo. Mon ami, si tu as le niveau, rejoins-nous pour t'enjailler.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis et viens faire la folie.
On t'invite à la magie, y a pas de raccourci. Oublie tes soucis. Oh, 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 oh. Ah ouais, Magic System.
Toujours nous.
Ah, ça change pas.
Ah ouais.
Ah, Shawky avec Red One. Est-ce que ça marche?
Ça va pas.
On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens, c'est le wedding. On vient du ghetto pour aller plus haut. Avec les magiciens. Oh, oh, oh.
One ball beats that defence again. It's Messi for 6. No danger.
Good morning, guys. Today, Will Smith shares with us another rule for success, and that is don't be outworked. This is the one that we have absolute control of. Every single one of us has the ability to control the amount of effort and hard work we put into something. So Will Smith says that that's the one factor for him that has made him so successful. He may not have all the skill in the world, he may not have all the talent in the world, but one decision he's made in his life is that he will not let anybody outwork him. And it has spoken volumes for his success in all the things he's accomplished. So I challenge you to think about that in your life. What's one thing that you want to improve on and you know you have control over the amount of work you're willing to put into it? So if you can focus on one thing and apply the amount of effort you put into it, you'll see amazing results. Have a great morning, everyone.
Income is not a direct correlation to comfort and wealth. It's just not. And so don't always just think by making more money your life's going to get better. You got to get in control of yourself, of your money, of your spending, of your mind, of your spirit, and what really matters to you. Not everything in life is about getting wealthy. Not everything in life is material things. I could just tell you, I've had most material things. It's overrated. But I can tell you what's not overrated. Being able to protect your family. As great as you think it's going to be to make your dreams come true, let me tell you what's even greater. Making the dreams come true of the people that you love. Welcome back to the show, everybody. So I'm really excited about this week's show because it's going to be a little bit different. You know, usually what we do on the show is you guys submit a topic or I come up with a topic that could be any number of different ideas. It could be about personal development, self-confidence, peak performance, spirituality, mental programming, you name it. We go through all kinds of different stuff. Health and wellness, family, achievement, success, bliss, you name it. And then I usually say, and here's 8 keys or 9 strategies or 10 of this or that. And this week, I don't know that there's an easy answer to what I want to cover, but what I want to do is begin to get you to think this week because I have growing concerns about, frankly, the future for so many of us. especially when it comes to the topic of money, which is one of the most popular topics that I cover on the show because I don't cover it very often. And what I want this to be this week as you're listening or you're on your ride or you're running on the treadmill or you're watching this on YouTube, wherever it might be, that you really give some thought as to the future of your own life and what it's going to look like 10 and 20 and 30 years down the road. And I don't say that in the normal way I talk about on the show where we talk about our dreams and our vision. I want you to have an audit of your life today because I have some concerns. All of the data that I look at doesn't bode well for millions and millions of people, especially in the United States, when it comes to retirement, when it comes to money, when it comes to creating experiences for their family, stress, etc. And so I want to give you some stats first, just to sort of set the stage. And when I give you these stats about everybody else, I want you to think about your life. I don't care if you're 22 years old listening to this or 72 years old. And believe it or not, our audience is so diverse. We have people from every walk of life, all over the world, all different demographics listen to this show or watch this show. And so you got to see you in these stats, and they matter. And I want you to wake up and listen very closely today as I cover these things, because somebody needs to bring this to your attention. And I got to get you thinking about it. And I'll try to give you a couple ideas, but more today is illuminating the truth and defining it. You know, there's so many distractions to the truth in the world today with, you know, all the world issues going on. And we're in an election season at the time that I am recording this. And so there's all these things that will get us to look around and look outside of ourselves for answers to some of these problems. And none of these problems are going to solve themselves. No government person is going to solve them for you. No actor, no reality TV star, no influencer on social media is going to solve these problems. These are real issues. And I worry sometimes that we're so distracted that we don't look at our own lives. And it concerns me. And I don't want you to wake up 10 years from now, if you're 22, go, my gosh, I'm 32 years old. I've still got student debt and I'm not in the job or the career that I want. Or if you're 52 years old and you wake up in 10 years and now you're 62 years old and you're a few years from retirement and you're millions of dollars short. And you look back at your life and go, I wish somebody would have alerted me and made me think, because you're more resourceful than you believe you are. And if you really get focused on fixing something, I think you can fix it. You got a powerful God that has your back as well. And so that combined, we can fix things, but we got to know what the problems are first. So let me just give you some statistics first of all. I think these are going to blow your mind. Over the last 15 years in the United States, incomes have increased 25%, but the cost of a home has gone up 138%. Think about that. Income's up 25, cost of a house 138. And I worry about, for my children right now, them ever having the prospects of buying a home. Especially if some of you that live in California or states where homes are expensive, the idea of saving $200,000-$300,000 so you can put a deposit, a down payment down on a $700,000 or $800,000 house, which is what a lot of homes cost there, after taxes, saving $200,000 or $300,000 after your 401k is funded, is almost impossible. And even if you live in the Midwest and you know, your home is $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You have to accumulate $150,000 for a down payment on a home after taxes, after what everything costs nowadays to go to the grocery store. And that's just the deposit, the down payment on a house. And so think about that for a minute, how crazy that is, because, you know, there's two political parties in the United States, and one will give you their information on one and one will give you the information on the other. You know, one will tell you that the rich don't pay their fair share. Well, statistically, here's the facts. The facts are that the bottom 50% of taxpayers in the United States pay 2% of the taxes. The bottom 50%, the bottom half, pay 2% of the taxes. The top 1% pay 46% of the taxes. So the truth of the matter is that's not a real truth. By the way, that's just income tax. That doesn't count the property taxes and sales taxes that affluent people tell. The other party, though, doesn't address the other problem, which is what I started with. People aren't making enough money. So these companies are keeping so much of their money that the big corporations are keeping so much, wages haven't gone up. The stat that I gave you in the beginning matters. It's a fact. Wages have only gone up 25% over 15 years, but housing prices are up 138. So it's harder and harder and harder for a family to build a great life. And this is now with almost every family having two incomes and sometimes 3 or 4 incomes. So one party who tells you the rich don't pay their fair share, that's not true. The rich pay most of the taxes. But the other party who tells you everything's great, they're not telling you the truth either, because the fact of the matter is people aren't making enough money to build a great life. And that's the middle class. Never mind working people on minimum wage or poor people in our country. It's not fair. So there's not a solution in the middle, and I'm not looking at one party or the other to fix it. They're both wrong. People ask me all the time, why don't you speak out on politics more on the show? Because I'm not really a member of either place. I have my own beliefs, and some of them fit in one party and some of them fit in another. But the fact of the matter is they're both wrong, and we're not being served by it. One party, that's kind of the party of you figure more the affluent. Well, wages aren't going up. People aren't making more money. In the 50s and 60s, you could have a single income in a family, and they could own a home and have a decent life and take a couple vacations and retire. That's gone. Now both mom and dad work. Sometimes mom works 2 jobs, dad works 2 jobs. Their wages are going up 25, houses are going up 138. And what happens to people like my kids' age? So both are wrong. And so I'm not waiting around for anybody politically to save me. The solution clearly is not raising more taxes, because as taxes go up, the same people pay most of the taxes already, and then they don't pay higher wages. But the other problem is also true. When we've reduced taxes, these same wealthy people haven't given it back in wage growth. So it's kind of a really interesting dichotomy, right? I'm going to say this to you again. It's really true that the wealthy pay most of the taxes, but it is also true that when you cut their taxes, they don't increase wages for the people that they pay at the rate they used to. Certainly big companies don't. So this will give you an idea, give you a flavor. If you had $1 million in 1985 with inflation that's out of control, people will tell you, well, inflation has gotten in control the last couple of years. Inflation's crazy. Go to a grocery store. Your entire order, it's crazy how much more food is right now. And wait till gas prices go back up. So in 1985, if you had $1 million, to this day in 2024, the same price, the same value of that $1 million, you would need $3.1 million to provide the same level of wealth that $1 million did in 1985. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you currently have $3.5 million saved right now? And by the way, what will you need 20 and 30 years from now? This idea that, you're a millionaire, that was a big deal in 1985. Being a millionaire today is not in any way a super extensive lifestyle like it once was. That's a term, I have a friend of mine go, hey, so-and-so's a 6-figure earner. And as if that's an impressive thing or that they're wealthy. Well, 6 figures was a lot of money in 1985. It's not a lot of money in 2024. Not with what things cost. And if you're not at 6 figures, where are you? You're really falling behind. And that may not be of no fault of your own. It blows my mind that a school teacher in our country can't make 6 figures. It blows my mind that, first responders don't start off in many cases at 6 figures. It blows my mind what companies pay people for the positions they're in now. It also blows my mind that the solution is just to tax the people that pay all the taxes anyways. And so, a couple more stats, okay? The average American right now has a $48,000 car, and their average salary is $45,000. Think that through. The average person, their salary a year is less than how much their car costs them to buy. The average person who makes $100,000 a year also owns 2 cars and their family, and those cars are valued at $127,000. So it turns out, actually, the person who thinks they're doing well, they're doing worse than the person who knows they're not doing well. You make $100,000 a year, both your cars are worth $127,000. You paid for them. So most people spend more money on their car or cars than they do what they actually make in a year. This is scary stuff, okay? The average person also carries about $70,000 of student or consumer debt combined right now to this day. $70,000. A couple more stats, and then I'll stop painting the sign of what I'm so worried about. This is now the first time in our country where the average American has a net negative savings rate. That means in the history of our country, it's the first time the average person owes more money on consumer debt than they have in savings. They owe more money on credit cards, they owe more money on student loans than they actually have saved. And most people, most of their savings is through forced savings at their job, through a 401k, and that money's not been taxed yet. And most people don't even understand that. And so that is not, you say, I got $70,000 in my 401k. No, you don't. You have $70,000 before the taxes in your 401k. And then you got to ask yourself a question. When you retire 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now, are taxes likely to be higher or lower at that time? So then let's just say they were 40% then. So that's $70,000 you've got is now $45,000, right?
So, hey guys, it's been said that we really have two ages. There's our true age and our biological age. So, a medical test can show you your biological age and it can show you if your body's aging prematurely. Better nutrition has been shown to help reverse one's bio age. My hope of living longer and especially healthier is why I take Field of Greens. Field of Greens is an organic superfood and a vegetable drink unlike any other. It's serious nutrition. Listen to this. Field of Greens was approved for a university study that doctors may believe help lower your biological age. That generally means better health. Each fruit and vegetable in Field of Greens was selected by their doctors to help support vital bodily functions like heart, liver, kidneys, your metabolism and even your immune system. Only Field of Greens is backed by this better health promise. If in your next doctor's visit, your doctor doesn't tell you that your health is improved, Field of Greens, they'll refund your money. Join me for better health and 15% off plus free shipping. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use promo code ED. Fieldofgreens.com, promo code ED.
Find that balance, bend the other knee. Well done, everyone. Keep going. Keep thinking about what you're doing right now. And switch. Again, feel the pull on the front of the thigh. Bend the other leg. Find that balance. If you lose it, just try to work hard to get it back and then hold it there. Excellent. All right, now let's hug our knee. Here we go, all the way up. And try to steady that other foot on the ground. Bend the knee if you have to, and pull all the way up. Hold it for 10. Always working hard to find that balance. Where we balance our thoughts, our mind, balance our bodies, wherever we are in space. All right, and switch. Just always think of safety too. Make sure you have enough space, clearance around you, in case you do lose your balance. Hold it there. Well done. Okay, good. And let's sit down, everybody. And reaching for our toes, straight knees again. Reaching is what matters. If you don't get to your toes, that's okay as long as you're reaching. Feeling the pull on the back of your legs. Not the pain, just a little bit of a pull. Okay, V shape with your legs. Now reach for the floor as far away from your body as you can. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Okay, now reach for one side and hold it there again. Always thinking about the moment, thinking about what we're doing right now. Experiencing the joy of being able to reach for something to help our bodies get better. And switch the other side. See, you can do this almost anytime, any place. You can work on your mind and your body wherever you go in life. In everything you do, not just in exercise and stretches. All right, here we go. And let's do feet together. Gently push your knees down with your elbows and hold it there for 10 seconds. If you feel your breathing going on autopilot or becoming automatic again, take control of that. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. One leg forward, one leg back. Keep the knee on the ground. Go as far back as you can. Hold it there. 10 seconds. And switch to the other side. Knee on the ground. Go as far back as you can. Always remembering that you are the boss of your mind, and your mind is the boss of your body. That makes you the big boss. You get to control yourself. You get to use your determination no matter what. All right. And let's roll onto our bellies and push the floor. Looking up at the ceiling. Cobra stretch. Here we go. Hold it for 10 seconds. Feeling that Nice stretch in our lower back, neck, back of our arms. All right, and legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Taking deep, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now, activating that third eye, that mind's eye that we all have. We can't see it, but we know it's there. So use your mind's eye right now to see yourself doing the best you can today when that music goes on whatever 2 exercises, stretches you've chosen to do. For me, today I'm going to be holding the push-up position for one song, the first song, and then I'm going to be holding the squat position for the second song, as long as I can. And if I happen to let go or not be able to hold it, I'm going to continue on until that song's over. What about you? You can put on your own 2 songs today, and you can do your own exercises. But think about which exercises you're going to do right now, safely within the space you have. You can do what I'm doing, you can listen to what I'm listening to, or you can choose your own. But whatever you do, determine right now, see in your mind what you will do when that music goes on. All right, determination, here I go, holding the push-up position, and let's go, whatever you're doing, whatever you've decided, let's see it, let's see your best, here we go together, let's go, determination, let's go. Looking forward to being better than we were last time, a little bit more than last time. See if I can hold it for the whole song, let's see. Wasn't able to do it last time we did this together. Or the last time I did it on my own, but I'm going to work at it right now. Because I love the process of trying to get better at something. Whether it's building strength in my body, building strength in my mind, working on creating nothing but positive images, thoughts, visions in my mind, working on being the best human being I can be. What about you? What is it for you? Whatever it is, just enjoy the process of learning, growing together, whatever we're doing. And sometimes we're going to feel that discomfort. Like right now, I can already feel my muscles already uncomfortable. But then I can feel my determination saying, I get to determine whether I'm going to stop or keep going, no matter what. You too, let's go, determination, let's go. Alright. Didn't get through the whole song, but I'm gonna get right back at it again. Song's not over, gotta keep going. There we go, shaking it up. Not being mad that we didn't get to where we want to be yet, but feeling happy that we get to go at it again. Here we go. Always thinking about our breathing. Always thinking about finishing strong, no matter what. Always going right to the end, finishing what we set out to do, no matter what. Got more in me. I know I got a little bit more. We gotta keep going. You too, whatever you're doing, keep going. Determination, keep going. Let's go. It's not over yet. The song's still playing. Focus on that breathing. Good air in. Bad air out. Another round. Oh, I love it. I love the process of building our true great self through exercise in our bodies and our minds together. Oh, that's the next song already.
Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Gon' roll your shoulders, do the slip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, cause it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. It's simple, you can do it. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Now cool down, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the butterfly, have a good time. Round, round, round and round you go. It's time to show out right now and take to the floor. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it down now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Take it down and crisscross. Bring it up now, crisscross. Do whatever you like right here. Just have fun. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it. That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. Now lean back, put your hips in it.
Yeah.
It is Lionel Messi, and it's just another dose of magic.
Good afternoon, everyone. Greatness takes determination. It takes that relentless drive of determination to bring out your greatness. This is something that I'm learning each and every single day, but I love it. I'm driven by it. And I want you to remember that you have your greatness in you, but it's not this thing that is just going to magically come, or that it's going to just somehow, some way manifest itself. You're meant to bring that greatness out, but through hard work, little by little, day by day, choice by choice. And you don't have to look at it as like this totally insurmountable thing that seems so unreachable for you. Just little by little, there's a greatness in the day-to-day of just working on becoming great. So I'm reminding you of that, and I hope you remember that each and every moment. Have a great afternoon.
So this is scary stuff, and we don't ever stop and think about it because we just kind of go on with our lives. I'm voting for so-and-so. I'm voting for the other one. And all these things that are worthy of our attention end up distracting us from our own life. And I want to say this to you again. No one's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. I don't know about you, but I don't come from a family that has any money. So I didn't inherit any money. I'm not going to inherit. In fact, I've inherited a little bit of debt, right? I'm not going to inherit money. No one's going to come with a magic, pot of gold and pay off all my bills. No, that wasn't going to happen for me. I don't come from that type of a family. And my guess is 99.9% of you don't either. And all you've done is try to win in your life. You played the game the way you were supposed to play it. And I'm telling you that this is the reality now, and it's not getting better. The trends are getting worse. So I don't know what you feel, but I feel like, what if I could change my life? And then there's this other thing coming. And that is there's a revolution happening in the economy with AI. And if you start to study what's happening with artificial intelligence, we've always had AI, by the way. But now what it's able to do and what they're programming it to do is going to eliminate many careers. And if it doesn't eliminate them, it's going to make their wages suppressed because these robots will be able to do things on an automated basis that a human being can do. And so you won't need, supply and demand will tell you that either it's going to eliminate millions of jobs or it's going to further suppress and reduce what people get paid to do them. This is a real thing. And I know some of you say, well, I'm in the trades, that doesn't affect me. Yes, it does. They're building robots right now that can flip and do drywall. They're starting to learn how to 3D print a house. These are real things. There's a prospect over the next 10 to 20 years that millions of jobs could be eroded. And the stats I just gave you, this is the current economy before things get suppressed. And that hopes that there's no major event that happens, no major terrorist event around the world, at least in the United States. They're happening around the world. Or that there's one big world type war. I didn't mean you to tune in today to get to the negative. What I did is to say, okay, wake up. What are you going to do? And I want you to ask yourself, you know what? I'm never going to retire at my pace. Not the way I'd like to live my life. And what's more crazy to me is you go to a mall on the weekend, they're packed. People are still spending money like they have it. People still spend money to buy things to impress people who don't care. That's what blows my mind. We're a consumerist economy, right? Where we got to buy things to impress people. This watch, this purse, these shoes, right? I could tell you the wealthiest people I know, the mega wealthy people I know, don't buy things to impress people. It's the ones sort of on the cusp that think they need those things. When you're actually really wealthy, I can tell you because I've been through every stage. I've been poor, I've been middle class, and I've been wealthy. And I've been in between. I could tell you when I was poor, I was just paycheck to paycheck. When I was middle or upper middle, I kind of wanted to buy things to impress people to look wealthier than I was and feel wealthier. But when I actually got wealthy, you actually almost, when you really get there, want to almost, I don't want to call it hide it, but you don't want to brag it or show it. And so, like, my main car most of the time is a truck, most of the time. Favorite car I've ever owned. I've owned every car in the world. People think I'm crazy. I've owned Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. I've owned lots of different cars. I've owned jets. I'm blessed, right? My favorite car I've ever owned is my Ford Raptor. I love that car. And it's a great car. It's an expensive car, right? But it's my favorite of all of my cars, not the fanciest of ones, because when you actually get wealthy, I don't think you want the attention of necessarily always being wealthy. The question becomes for you today, after I've laid all of this out as a friend, is are you listening a little more closely now? A little bit more awake? By the way, I'm an optimist. I believe there's solutions to everything. But I can tell you this, at any given time, somebody's winning and people are losing. And if you want to be one of the people winning, you got to start to think and realize these are issues. What I just laid out for you here, most people don't care about. They're not paying any attention to. They'll get around to making their life great. They'll get around to making their dreams come true. They'll get around to starting their business. And then there's this other thing that worries me, if I can be candid, that I think social media, because what did you just conclude? What you just concluded is, man, I need another income. I need to control my future. I need to start a business. I need to start another business. I need a secondary income. If I've got a job, maybe I should start to find something part-time that could supplement my income, get me a side hustle that I could supplement my income with, and then maybe that turns into a full-time gig. Maybe I need to start to study and learn a new trade or a new craft that's not going to be replaceable. Maybe I got to go start to chase my passion again, right? I want to become an entrepreneur. And a lot of you that are listening to this are entrepreneurs. And here's one of my biggest concerns. I think social media has made entrepreneurship ridiculous. It makes it look easy. It makes it look like everyone's driving Lambos. Everybody's on a yacht. Everybody's taking vacation. it's a cakewalk. It's easy. Everyone's giggling and chuckling. They're at events. They're jumping up and down and singing and praying and blah, 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 blah. Entrepreneurship isn't like that. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's a grind. It's difficult. As hard as you think it is to be an entrepreneur and build a great business, a million times harder. It's a grind. It's mentally taxing. There's early mornings, late nights. People let you down. There's ups and downs. There's no predictable income. And the real entrepreneurs that are listening to this right now are like, amen, Milet, man, tell them, right? This stuff's hard. Building a great life is difficult. It's not easy, right? And you almost got to be like put on armor and go, I'm going to go do something great with my life. And I'm going to have to wake up. I'm going to have to make some changes. I'm going to have to build some new skills. Because here's what I know. The cream always rises to the top. If you get mega skilled at something, you become great at something that solves people's problems, that you're passionate about, okay? I believe it rises to the top. But average, ordinary skills, average, ordinary thinking, average, ordinary life produces average, ordinary results. And I think it's heading in a direction where so many people are going to be in a bad place. You have to be great. You have to get great at it. You have to be the best at it. And I don't know that enough people, at least in my case, I'm going to say it to you today, you got to get great at what you do. Are you the best in the world at what you do? Are you working on your skills? Are you working on your abilities? You get up most mornings fired up about your life? By the way, are most of your days difficult? Because if they are, that's a great sign that you're doing something awesome, right? If most of your days you're like, I don't know how I'm going to fix this, I can tell you that's what entrepreneurship is. And if you're not an entrepreneur, what is your answer to this stuff I just shared with you? And maybe it's that you're going to get so great in your chosen career that you're so awesome that the people in your company or industry can't deny you, and you're going to get promoted and make progress in that career. I got to tell you this. More than ever, it's going to be the great people in every industry that survive and thrive. And people with average skills, average mindset, average savings habits are going to be in a world of hurt. This AI thing's going to change stuff, right? It's already trending in the wrong direction. So what's the answer for you? I could just tell you. I think that if you're in this stats, these data that I'm referring to, you need to consider either building an entire new skill that solves people's problems, or you need to start a business on the side, or you need to leave your career and start a full-time business at some point. That's what I believe. Okay.
What makes a leader? It's a tough question, but one thing's for sure. A true leader leads by example, and a true leader takes risks too. They plunge into life with determination. For those who lead by example and who approach life with a palpable passion, there's the Range Rover Sport. Each Range Rover Sport model offers a dynamic, sophisticated take on sporting luxury. The Range Rover Sport offers focused on-road performance and world-renowned off-road capability with industry-leading features like adaptive off-road cruise control that monitors ground conditions and acclimates to the present terrain. Agility, control, and composure are achieved with dynamic air suspension, and Adaptive Dynamics reduces unwanted body movements to deliver smooth and composed handling. True sophistication and excellent maneuverability, all in a seriously stylish package. Sophisticated refinement meets visceral power in the Range Rover Sport, a new dimension of sporting luxury. Build your Range Rover Sport at LandRoverUSA.com.
I think you got to get so great that you're undeniable, so great that the market demands you. And more, it's not going to be good enough to be in the average. You go to that mall on the weekend and watch people spending money on those tennis shoes and that purse and that shirt and, you know, guys, whatever your pair of pants that you got to have. You watch those people, okay? Then you go through what they think about, what they're planning on doing on Sunday night to start their week Monday. Most of them just autopilot. They're going to get in their car. They're going to go to the same place. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to clock in. They're going to clock out. They're going to go spend money they don't have. They're going to put money into their 401k that they're not going to get for a million years, then get taxed on. And they're just going to hope that someday stuff changes. And if that's you, I want to challenge you today. Say, no, that's not the life I want. I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to take control of my life by being aware, by being a saver, and I got to make more money. I got to help more people. And no, not everything in life is about getting wealthy, okay? No, not everything in life is, my gosh, about, you know, material things. I could just tell you, I've had most material things. It's overrated. But I can tell you what's not overrated. Being able to protect your family. Being able to care for your family. Many of you are going to be in a situation someday, or are currently, where you're going to have to take care of your children and your parents at the same time. Right now, you're having a hard time just taking care of yourself. right?
Time for some squats. Holding the squat position. What about you? What are you gonna do next? Let's go, determination. Here we go. Ready? Alright. If you're doing what I'm doing, just try to keep your feet flat on the floor, looking straight ahead, going as far down as you can, your bottom towards the ground, and holding it there. As long as you can, until that music's done. Because our music, you know the truth, our music's never done. Our energy, our determination is built to last, to get through anything. Let's go, determination, let's go. If you're sweating, that's good. Feel your body releasing some of that fluid, some of that old fluid, water. Make sure you drink lots of water when we're done. Make sure you always fill your body with good food. All right.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, but riding them. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Rakitic and Messi.
Good evening, guys. As we go on our path to living, laughing, and loving our way to infinite mind wealth, I'm reminded about so many examples of great people today that have made mistakes along the way. And it just reminds me, and all of us hopefully, to just be compassionate, empathetic towards ourselves as we're on this path. And I want to share Les Brown's story.
Les Brown, when he was developing himself and he's trying to make a life for himself and fulfill his dreams, he had a dream of buying his mom a home. And when he finally did that, even though he had all the great intentions in the world and he trusted people, unfortunately he was burned by a mistake. And it was in the signing of the home. There was an unpaid debt on it. And so he made the mistake of not looking into whether or not there was any debt payments on it still. And it happens to all of us. But it's okay because he learned from it and his life speaks for itself. Have a great evening, everyone.
That's probably coming. What's not overrated is being able to call shots in your life, being able to give to the charity or the church that you want to, be able to help out a family member in need. What's not overrated is being proud of yourself. What's not overrated is being great. What's not overrated is overcoming a bunch of adversity and difficult times and being proud of yourself for how tough and resilient you are and getting to the other side of it. As great as you think it's going to be to make your dreams come true, it's pretty damn good. But let me tell you what's even greater. Making the dreams come true of the people that you love. Being the rock in your family. As I call it, the one. And every family that wins, that's happy or faith-based or wealthy, any one of the three or all of the three, there's one person that changes that family forever generationally. One person rises up and says, I'm the one. I'll take the shots. I'll take the risks. I'll get up early. I'll stay out late. I'll get great in my career so that I'm undeniable, or I'm going to get great in my career and start a business, or even though I'm full-time hustling, I've got a side hustle for my family that I want to win in, okay? I want to challenge you today to not be a statistic. One thing about that, too, I can tell you something very interesting. My friends that make $50,000 to $60,000 a year, by and large, are actually doing slightly better than my friends that make between 80 and 110. You think that's impossible? Well, here's why. The ones that are making $50,000 and $60,000 a year, by necessity, every single month, they're smart with their money. They're smart with their home purchase or their apartment rent. They're smart with their car purchases, where they spend money on food, the different things they buy. They're smarter. And once you get to that 80 to 110, you become somewhat delusional. You start thinking you're pretty wealthy. You start thinking you're pretty successful. You start imagining that this income is just going to keep going up all the time. And I find that a lot of people between 80 and 110, 80 and 120 aren't self-aware at all. They start buying a car they can't afford. They start going to restaurants they don't need to be going to too often. They start buying consumer goods that are outside their means to impress people who don't care. And ironically, that's sort of the delusional state. Now, once people get to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year, there's other things that come with that. But I got to be candid with you about that as well. A lot of these people that you see that make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $1 million a year, I know many of them, and many of them have no money either. They have not learned to control the beast within them to spend the money they make. And so no matter what they make, they spend all of it. But ironically, income is not a direct correlation to comfort and wealth. It's just not. And so don't always just think by making more money, your life's going to get better. You got to get in control of yourself, of your money, of your spending, of your mind, of your spirit, and what really matters to you in your life. I'm not saying don't have nice things. I'm wearing a very nice watch right now. I have a couple of them. And I bought them way after I could afford them, way after. I don't ever finance things like that. I always pay cash. If I'm going to have something stupid like a watch on my wrist, it's going to be something that I know that I can afford, that I'm not going to miss the money when I spend it. But I did not become a wealthy man by buying watches to impress people way early in my life. I didn't do that. I saved and saved and saved, and I finally started buying some stupid things at the point where it almost didn't matter. So ironically, sometimes people that make $50,000 to $60,000 a year are smarter with their money by necessity than people that make $80,000, $100,000, or even $200,000 a year. Be smart. The money you make is a blessing. This body you have is your temple. Treat your body like a temple. Train it. Get it fit. Get it hydrated. Get it strong. Get it pliable. Get it flexible, right? And with your money, it's a blessing when it comes in. And so you should treat it as such. Don't treat it as something that's just going to keep coming in like it's always going to be there. because it may not. And the reason I bring this to your attention is I really believe there's a wide open lane for awake people, for alert people, for aware people, for intentional people. I had told my daughter this the other day, and I want to say it to you just to give you advice. She's a junior in college, and she's like, Daddy, I've got another year or two. I'm going to be out in the real world, and, you know, it's a dog world, Daddy. And I said, really, Bella, I think you're only competing with 10% of the people. And she says, what do you mean? And I said, I think 90% of people are sleepwalking through their lives. They're just on to the next barbecue. They're on to the next television episode of the show they love. They're on to the next thing on Netflix. They're on to the next football game on Sunday. They're not spending any time working on themselves, working on their craft, getting great, developing their body, getting fit, getting strong, developing their mind so that it's a weapon, developing their resiliency and toughness. Most people aren't putting themselves in difficult situations where they're probably going to fail, where they learn all the great lessons of life, where they're not comfortable. Most people are just kind of going all on the crowded road of life, all going in the same direction. The football game, the barbecue, the political issue, the thing on TV, the thing everyone's got the answer for, their opinion about X, Y, or Z. They're all kind of sheep, living life asleep, not aware that time is ticking by, that they're falling further and further behind. And I said, Bella, what I know about you is you're not going to be one of those people because you were raised by me and I know how you think. You want to be somebody. You work on yourself. Your fitness, your faith, your mental toughness matters. You want to be somebody. You want to do something great with your life. You live intentionally. You're self-aware. You understand the statistics. You saw your daddy when he was poor. You saw your daddy when he was middle class. And you saw your daddy when we got to the other side. And you know the big difference isn't where we live or our house. The big difference is all the people we can help. All the difference we can make. The places we can dedicate our time and money to because daddy worked on himself. Daddy got better. And you know daddy's not that talented. Daddy's not that smart. But daddy will fight for his family. Daddy will fight to win. Daddy's not going to be a statistic. The Milet family, the world's not going to have their thumb on our family anymore. And so really, Bella, 9 out of 10 people sleepwalk through life. That other 10%, that's a dogfight. You're going to be competing with 10% of the people. And that 10%, I really believe this, Bella, if you work hard, you live right, you continue to grow, you learn from your mistakes, now you're competing against 1 or 2%. And then it gets good. And I said, here's the other thing, Bella Boo. Nobody has it all figured out. Nobody has all the answers. Most people are faking it, including your daddy, most of the time. But I'm willing to put myself in spaces and positions to win, even if I don't have all the answers, even if I might fail. And I have no illusions that entrepreneurship or even leading a company if you're a CEO or having a job is easy. I don't believe the Lambo life on Instagram. I don't believe any of that stuff. I know it's difficult. I'm built for the fight. I'm built to do something great, and so are you. And as I say that to my daughter, I want to ask you something. Are you really wanting to do something great with your life? Because I could just tell you, it's trending in a direction. You guys, $1 million and 85, you need $3 million for the same now? The average person's car costs more than they make a year? And maybe you say, well, wait a minute, I just did the math. That's not true for me. I mean, I make $80,000 a year and my car was only $50,000. Did you hear what you just said? Did you hear what you just said? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And by the way, you will never stop working at this pace. And so I just want to challenge you, sister or brother. This week is just sort of a wake-up call about where the world is. And you can decide based on what I described where you fit in it and where you want to fit in it. But I can tell you this, no one's coming to save you. It's time, a lot of you guys out there that are leading families, it's time not to be a boy anymore. It's time to be a grown man and win for your family. You hear me? It's time to step up. It's time to step up. It's time to, hey, maybe you need to start a second career, Dad. You young men out there that aren't married yet, that don't have kids, right now you're working for those kids someday. Right now you're working to take care of your mom and dad, okay? Don't be casual about it. Don't be like everybody else. Don't be a sheep. Don't be a sleepwalker. Get up. Do something great. Get great at what you do. Build your body. Build your mind. Build your spirituality. Build your resiliency. Put yourself in situations where you're probably going to fail and learn a ton. You ladies out there, you moms, it may have to be you. Maybe you single moms out there, your children are looking at you. And let me tell you something. Everything with your kids is caught, not taught. Is mommy fighting for our family? Is she giving everything she's got? Is she starting a business? Is she working on herself? What's she reading? Where's she going to the gym? Man, imagine if your kids copied you, right? And then I would just ask yourself this question. Would you wish your life on your children? Like right now, if I said, your daughter can have your life, your son can have your life, would you wish your life for them? Okay, I say this to you as like a brother. Then I wish better for you. If the answer to that question is no, I want them to have better. I want better for you. You're still alive. You can still turn this around. And maybe it's going pretty good. Pretty good's not your standard. You want to live a great life. When it's over and they plant you in the ground, you want to go, hey, it was pretty good. I want them standing around going, yeah, she had a pretty good one. Pretty good. Pretty good. Is that what you want? Or do you want them to go, wow, what a life. Those memories. Look at that difference. Man, she turned it around. At that age, she turned it around. She started a business. She wrote a book. She started speaking. She started that career. She did this. She did that. You men out there, what do you want at the end of your life when your kids are standing around? You young men that are listening, don't even have kids yet. You know exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, if your parents are still alive, when they're in their final days, what do you want them knowing about their son? Where he is in his life? How proud he's made them, right? You should think about that stuff today. And I believe there's a lane for you. I believe that lane is shrinking, but in some ways it's wide open because more and more people are going down the road that I've described. And if you can just not go with the flow, just don't go where everybody else is don't. Don't go with the in crowd. Go the different direction. Here's a rule of thumb. When everybody's going one way, you go the other because you're going the great way. All right, you guys, I told you, not everything's a solution this week. It's a challenge. Here's the stats. Here's the world. Where do you fit into it? And what do you want to do about it? And I'll be back next week with a show that can help you with some specific recommendations of how to change your life in some area that matters most to you. All right, everybody. God bless you. Max out your life.
And here we are again. Back to where it all begins. Where it all begins and never ends. That source, that oneness, that consciousness, that awareness. That we know is in all of us. That power to determine, to control our minds. You see, nobody else, nothing else in this universe can do what you do every day. In the gym of life. Only you, human being, only you, infinitely intelligent being, can do the ultimate. Only you can control your mind, your thoughts, and therefore your feelings. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes, first of all, believing that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, your mind health, your chance at mind wealth is not possible. But that's not the way it was meant to be. You were born to win. control over your mind, your thoughts, to have and be all you were meant to be. And that means believing 100% in who you really are. And that is the key to your mind health and your mind wealth, your happiness, your freedom, your success, your infinite peace and love towards everything and anything. It's possible. It's all because of you, your determination, united with all of our determination, creates that oneness, that consciousness, determination. And that's why I love you, determination, wherever you are. I miss you, I miss being in your presence, but here today, we united. We enjoyed this process fully. And the way we do or did this is the same way we can do anything, including being the best for all those around us, wherever we are right now. So keep going, determination. Keep working on controlling your mind, because that's for all your health, mind health, your happiness, your freedom, all your love. It can never be taken away. I love you, everyone. Have a great week. Until the next time.